I remember when I was an accountant, I used to work 16 hours every day. Like my life was very busy. And I remember one day I was taking a lunch break. I went to my car and I napped for 30 minutes because I was so tired. So I wanted every single minute on my schedule to be productive. God forbid if I sat and did nothing. I literally could not be one of those women who can just relax on the sofa and just enjoy life and be in the now. That wasn't me. Hello, everyone. My name is Jasleen Kaur, and I'm a narcissistic abuse coach. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are talking about how healing from narcissistic abuse puts you into your prostitute archetype. And I'll expand more how we can convert being in the prostitute archetype to going into the queen archetype. And these archetypes were not my zone of genius. Carl Jung, love that guy, by the way. You can search more on these two archetypes. Um, and you'll gain more knowledge. But I wanted to explain my understanding of these concepts in a way that is fun and simple. I'm here to make things simple. So, the reason the heartbreak hits you even more, it's so draining emotionally because you realize that throughout your life, you've just been doing. And that's a prostitute archetype where we drive our value, we drive our sense of worth as a human being from doing things. How many things can I get it done this week? How much money can I make? Which is the best partner I can get? How much weight can I lose this week? It's all very result oriented. And that kind of archetype puts you into the third dimensional way of reality. So let me back up. What do I mean by third dimensional way of reality? Now, if you look at our life, right, we are made up of atoms. Now, every atom is made up of 99.99% energy and 0.01% matter. So, if us human beings, we are made up of, or anything in this universe, if we are more energy and less matter, that means we are consciousness and energy. Now, through our thought, we create a particular level of consciousness. We tune in into a particular level of frequency. Now, healing from narcissistic abuse is a great way of waking up to this truth that we are the creators of our life, that God loves us so much that it has given us free will. Whatever we think and feel is the law. Like that is the law. That is the queen archetype, that mindset where you look at every situation from energy aspect rather than surface level, because if you look at surface level, that's just 0.01%. It's just tip of the iceberg. There's so many belief systems, there's so much behind the 19 in the 99.99% realm that those programs just run in our brain unconsciously. So a prostitute archetype would feel good depending on how much money is in her bank account. She will feel good how successful is her partner. She will feel good how, what type of grades she's getting. She will feel good when she's a particular size. And trust me, I still sometimes during the day I tune in into this archetype and I have to remind myself, what the hell am I doing? And the number one signal that know when I'm in that prostitute archetype is my body contracts. I slouch my shoulders. I just get very, I need this now. I get very impatient. I stop enjoying life. I have to be productive all the time. I have to listen to personal development all the time. God forbid, I rest for 5 minutes. Ease is something that is not in this archetype. But when you understand that, oh, if I train my focus, if I train my thoughts more, if I train my awareness more, I can actually change what I'm seeing in my real life. So, what you're seeing in your real life, that is three-dimensional reality. There's space, there's time. If you go from one place, let's say if you're in Vancouver and you want to go to New York, you'll catch the plane. You'll know how long it's going to take. You'll know the exact kilometers you're going to travel. You're going to know the time. You're going to know space. So, from going from one consciousness, Vancouver, to another consciousness in New York, you'll go through space and time. That is the third dimensional reality. But let's say point A is where you are heartbroken, you are burnt out, you are exhausted, your energy is really not there. You don't feel any energy in your life. There's no life force flowing through your body. And let's say point B is where you're full of energy. You believe in yourself. You believe that there's unlimited potentials in the quantum field and you can select any potential. All desires you have in your soul can be manifested. You start living in the now because you understand there's no such thing as past, future. You value presence, you value your thoughts, you value what you consume, what you're aware of. That's point B, where you have a new life, a new dream of you where you value your health. That's point B. So if you look at point A, where you are broadcasting the prostitute archetype, right? Because our brains are super powerful, super powerful. Our brains are so intelligent that you have no idea. You can think about a pizza and your mouth will literally start watering. Your brain doesn't tell you, oh my God, no pizza detected in real life. So the same way you can fall in love with yourself. Your brain will not be like, oh, there's no evidence to fall in love with, but you are not thin enough, but you don't have a loving partner, but you don't have a lot of money, but you look this way. It's not going to tell you. It's just going to manifest self love in your reality. The prostitute archetype feels unworthy of good things. The prostitute archetype feels guilty for no reason at all. Like I'll explain, guilt is actually twofold. One is clean guilt, second is toxic guilt. In fact, when you know you value honesty and you're lying, and then you feel guilty, that's understandable. That's clean guilt because you're acting out of your values. Toxic guilt is that, for example, you see a homeless guy and you feel bad for the guy. Hello? Why are you feeling bad for the guy? You feeling bad for the homeless guy is actually very arrogant because you think that he's doing not great in life, but how do you know? Do you know his soul journey? Do you know what he's here to learn? Do you know his spiritual path? What if he's a master disguised as a beggar and you're feeling bad? Everyone is the creator of their life. Everyone has their brain. Everybody is firing thoughts that is equaling their reality. As within, so without. I totally wrecked that up, but you get my point. So, feeling guilty for no reason, you are punishing yourself. The posture archetype makes you punish yourself. It doesn't want you to enjoy, it doesn't want you to have fun. It wants you to stay miserable. But the queen archetype, she knows, she values her pleasure. She allows fun. She allows support. She allows whatever the heck she deserves. If she thinks she's worthy of luxurious things, if a queen thinks she's worthy of diamonds, gold necklaces, amazing gowns, a big throne, a big castle, she gets that. She goes after that. She understands the laws of the universe. But the prostitute archetype is when you feel powerless, where you feel helpless, where you feel like there's no way I can get over this situation. Whatever area it is, right? Like in narcissistic abuse, I understand. You feel sad when the heartbreak happens, that you gave 1000% in the relationship and still it did not work out. Yes, because you are driving your worth from how much you can do in the relationship. How much of a good girl can you be in the relationship? But what if you're but what if you get to receive love without giving yourself away? What if you get the opportunity to love somebody unconditionally? Isn't that sovereign? Isn't that divine? Just because this experience was heartbreaking does not mean that this experience is bad for you. Whenever we think something is good or bad, we are judging it, thereby being our own enemy, because God has no laws. There is no laws in the mind of God. In the quantum field, there's no laws that, oh, this is good, this is bad. No, everything is a potential. And every potential is a frequency and it's energy. It's just existing in the now. There is no good and bad. There's no columns in the quantum field that, okay, well, these are good potentials and these are bad potentials. That is a very human way of thinking. And I've been raised in that way of thinking as well. But it's time to change. It's time to become the queen of your life. It's time to reinvent yourself. It's time to choose a potential and work towards it. It's time to understand that time doesn't actually exist. It's so funny, I'm calling time, time, time. But in the quantum field, there is no time, there is no space. Everything is, everything is. There's an eternal isness. If we take out sun, if we take out, if we are not able to see on earth, our reality, it becomes very different than somebody who can see. Just because the sun is hitting our eyes and we are perceiving this real life doesn't mean that is all. That is just 0.01%. So the question then becomes that, okay, well, if I have selected the archetype of a prostitute who has to do to feel worthy as a creator, versus how can I select a different potential in the quantum field where I'm already worthy, where I'm already more than enough, where I'm already in a dream, in a loving relationship, in a loving, healthy relationship, where I'm already in a career or no career, where whatever you want to do. Society has brainwashed us that in order to do something, here's the strategy, go do that. But there's so many different options. You have to be open to receive the option that is the easiest for you. When you live your life based on other people's dreams, you are not being honest with yourself. You are not in alignment with who you are. which is the creator of your life. When you know that, okay, that person did this, that's an inspiration. What do I want? If I'm really the creator of my life, if there's unlimited potential in the quantum field, what would I choose? Who would I choose to be? Where would I be living? What kind of car would I be driving? What kind of clothes would I be wearing? Which city would I be living in? What kind of relationship would I be having? You can create unlimited things. Like God is waiting for you to give God a task. God is so eager for you to give God a task. And this feeling that you don't deserve nice things in life, you're not valuable, you're unworthy, you are less than somehow. If you can put this on a to-do list for God, it will be taken care of. It will be taken care of. I remember I was sharing this with somebody and they were like, yeah, I feel so hopeful. But here's the thing, don't listen to this information and feel hopeful. Actually, do something. If you don't do something, if you don't integrate this into your life, it would be like you have never. There was no point of you to listen to this information anyways because you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything physical. Did you go into a meditation where you selected a potential? Like, did take a piece of paper, okay? Let's say you're healing from narcissistic abuse. You take a piece of paper, right? And let's say you draw something that you are in a heartbreak, but you would like to be this. You would like to be happy with yourself, in love with yourself, in love with life. There is a potential in the quantum field where this is already happening. So if you focus, let's say 1 hour on this, do you not think that your life will change eventually if you try every day to focus on this symbol? Whatever you put in your mind, your thoughts, and the thing is, the brain doesn't think of thoughts. The brain is very creative. It imagines. It's very visual. So if you visualize this, your life is going to demonstrate this. Your life is going to get a lot easier. But if you do not develop that connection with God, how do you know whatever I'm saying is the truth? I want all of you to start becoming queens. I want all of you to start creating in life. I want all of you guys to start dreaming again. And lead yourself into this. You are powerful. You don't need anybody. Of course, if you need support, I'm always here. Join Becoming Powerful. I'm going to put the link in the description box. We are starting March 1st. 18 days to go. You get 6 Sundays with me, and we are going to create a dream. I'm literally going to tell you step by step how to change your reality. It is going to be amazing. Discount is on till February 17. It's currently priced at $999. It's my first live group coaching program, but price is going to go up on February 17th. It's going to go up to 3,000. So if you are called, I invite you to get your spot today. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Take care of yourself. You are loved by God. God wants you to be happy. God has given you free will to create anything, anything in your life. Believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who will believe in you? It all starts within. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.